Poem is about a girl who was once in a very good family, then after she ended up in the streets. The title is Happiness Turns to Sadness. Princess, mom and dad calls me. Just because I was the only gift in the family, the only fruit that God gave them. They cherished and loved me like gold. Only to realize that mom and dad had misunderstandings between them. I was flabbergasted and lonely, not paying much attention to, like always. Things became worse for my dad, my mom, and myself. Mom seeking for divorce, and dad agreeing to it. Mom leaving me with my dad, the man whom I cherish as my father, only to realize that he is a promiscuous dad. Due to the mistreatment and the torture I got from my dad, I had no option than to become a street child. My condition becoming intractable. Imagine a 16-year-old girl belonging to the streets, being raped, not only by one, not even two, not even three men, but by 6 bastards who claim to be responsible citizens. Who knows, healthy or not, my life became implacable. I felt empty and light like an iron-faded cloth. Not even for a day do I give out a hint of a smile because I felt I was disgusted. No one felt sympathy for me. I felt like everyone was inconsiderate about my life. I need prodding, but there's no one to help me in the streets I live. My life was damaged and ruined substantially. Trapped in a cage like a fragile, frightened little bird. I became a drudge because all I do was drudgery. Only to imagine that I was raped. I don't even know their names. I don't know where they come from. I've never seen them before. But I could only hear their evil voices laughing next to me. It was so painful, but there is no way. There was nothing I could do about it, because I was not even energetic. There was no way I could push one, because if they come as a group, all I could do is bring out tears. It is so bad, so painful to live in the streets. I don't think anyone wishes to go and live in the streets. When you see a mother and a father walking with a child, laughing and making jokes, you wish, oh, I wish I had my parents. But they're not there. Thank you.
May we have another person?
My poem is entitled North Sider. North Sider. About 3 months ago, I was away from home. Well, because they say east or west, home is the best. But I had to, of course, experience what other places feel like. Here I was in central Uganda. Then I went to eastern Uganda and came back to the western Uganda. I was drinking water at the purifier when a barbaric girl stepped up to me and said, "Drink that water sparingly, because there is no water in the north." She told me that in northern Uganda, when you pour water in your mug, it evaporates before you drink because the sun is too hot. It itched me so much, but I could not react. So I ignored that. Then we have a talent show the following week. And northern girl I was, preparing for the talent show. I was not only with myself, but there I was with the Acholi boys. I was also there with the Langi boys. That was when I had my gulo on my head and the odolo under it so that I can balance it on my head. That is when the actually boy came to me and said, Nyalao, you need chill. But I could not react because it was supposed to be a stage performance. So then a boy stepped up to me and insulted the North and me. He mentioned that I was aggressive, but yes, I did not react because I know I'm aggressive. It is because a rhino's blood flows in my brain. He said that the actually boy was tall and ugly, but we don't talk about that. The actually boy is Kodipaliech. Kodipaliech must look like an elephant, fierce and stepping into the jungle so that he rules. That is Kodipaliech. Nyalao stood there, ready to show them who I am, because a rhino steps on fire and a rhino is not afraid. I am aggressive, yes. So I did not complain. So I could not stand the tribalism wherever I was. I decided to come back home. This is my journey from where I was back home. I toured the streets of Gulu, but I could only feel the winds rushing inside my veins to my spine. I could only hear Malao saying, Ichali papino, Ichali totino. That was when I was in Gulu. I reached Lira and I found my mother had cooked akwacha, utigu, ulele de halela. The hunger that I had been having for the years had to come out and I was craving to eat my mother's food. I went to the kitchen. My mom was cooking with 3 cooking stones. I don't know how she called it. At Gulu nuti wili yen. Might notia liela mekaina ni den ko you That is what I saw in my mother's kitchen. But home, sweet home. People say home, east or west, home is the best. No, 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 no. East or west, north or south, north is the best. So when I reached the north, I had to join a school in the north. It was my first time sitting and understanding a teacher that speaks to me like my mother, speaking to me in my language. Oh my God, I don't think they'll understand what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that my mother is now teaching me the cultures of my people. The children are just so amazing. Now I speak of the dark-skinned girl that was being criticized at the well. But now I am not any dark-skinned girl. I am that dark-skinned girl from Lira. I don't speak of the north. I speak of Lira, Gulu, Apache, Doholo. I speak of my home. North is not a region. North is my home. I am a North Sider.